Wow.
I was just sending you a message like, what the fuck's going on today?
What was it doing at your end?
I had a black screen.
Like, I have no idea what was going on. I have no idea. Like, when I started the, the live, the intro started. Like, what is going on here? And I'm trying to turn it off, and I was going, what is going on? Like, what the hell? Again, goes without saying, our show, there's always a technical issue. So were you seeing the intro at all?
Yes, I saw the intro twice at when we started the stream, and then it went to the elevator stuff, normal stuff, and then when it came back on, it's elevator music, and then when it came back on, I got the countdown, then the intro, and then it just went black.
Because I'm looking at the big screen right here, and it played throughout the whole thing on here. At least on Facebook, it did.
How weird! God damn it, Melon! What are you doing?
What is going on? I don't know. Like, in the intro of my end was like going in and out. I don't know if you saw the intro, but you noticed at the end there, I changed the picture.
I did see it. Yeah. See, we're looking professional. We are looking professional. And I just want to say a hello to Angelina in the chat there. We're our favorite podcasters. That's great. And remembering the Lex 2075 from last week. So that's awesome.
Oh, God. Like, what's going on? Why can't we just have one show where something doesn't go wrong? Like, I don't understand.
Because it's our niche. This is the future of our show forever. Eventually we're gonna have a really good show, and that's gonna be a really big jinx at some point. It's gonna be like perfect all the way through, and that's how we know the week after we're gonna get bombed.
It's funny. I set it all up, and I think I know what happened. Why the intro started when I pressed live is because in Melon you can now set it as intro, so I don't have to actually play the intro. It just automatically starts when it goes live.
Oh, maybe
I did not know that. I did not know that. I do now. So I turned that off.
We're going to need an instruction manual at this rate.
It's like something's changing every week on. Hey, listen, I'm not complaining. I'm not.
No, we love you, Melon.
They're doing all these upgrades, and which are great, but at the end of the day, it's like, and they try to explain it in like their little info thing that they provide.
Yeah.
I don't know, what is it? What exactly do you see at your end?
Literally nothing. I've just got I got the live counter in the corner. The chat pops up on the right hand side, and then it's just our main screen.
That's it.
That's all I get.
Now, because I want to try something. I'm a little, not now, obviously, but I want to try something and to see if I can bring somebody in as an administrator.
Might be good. Might be a good idea.
But because every time I suggest something to Melon about doing something, it's up a week later. Like, originally, you could, after you set the schedule for the live stream, it's set, you can't do anything to it. It's set. It was set, and you couldn't edit it, nothing.
Oh, okay.
But now I mentioned that on the Monday after a show, because remember, I think it was about a month ago where I pressed live to go live, and I hadn't sent you the link yet.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So if they had an edit button, I would have been able to go in there and send you a link or something along that lines. But anyways, so I told them about it. The next day they put in a edit your stream. So influential, I guess.
Influential. It's 100%
influential.
We all know that the makers of Melon tune into the show regularly. Well, top of the Melon list.
Maybe I'm gonna message, because there's a guy I normally speak to at Melon, And I'm going to message him and say, do you want to sponsor our show since we use your stream every single week?
And everyone else is using StreamYard, so we're the difference here.
Yes, and I actually talk about your service to people, and they actually are interested in getting it, and I know some of them have. So maybe I should reach out and say, would you like to sponsor us? So I don't think
have a word.
Anyways, yeah, I'll definitely have a word. I think his name is George.
George, if you're watching, it's Christmas time soon. Give us a present. Come on.
Exactly. So we have a great guest today, Haunted Kentucky, and I'm looking forward to speaking to him. He's actually a user on Parapost. I'm saying that a lot. So I'm saying that a lot lately. So a lot of people going to Parapost Network, and I will let people know that are in the room that are watching today. Some people might not know, but on Tuesday we hit just under 24,000 views on Parapost for the month of November, which I think are incredible numbers. And I'm really, really excited. People are absolutely loving it. I've had some beautiful comments in private messaging about the service. I actually got to speak to somebody today that I'm a huge fan of. I'm not going to say the name, but a huge fan of in the paranormal industry.
Lex Paranormal.
And what's that? Lex Paranormal. So I actually told her about the site. She's actually really thrilled the site is up, and I think she was going to join, but we'll find out. If she does join, I'm going to have to give her. I might have to give her the blue check mark. Ooh. That's how popular she is.
Well, there's no question.
That's how popular this woman is, and if she comes to this site, I'm hoping it's just going to shoot right up. But anyways,
I think I know who. I'm not going to say it, obviously, but I think I know who it is. Would I know who it was?
Yeah, I mentioned her before we went on live today.
Okay, then yeah, I know. That's cool.
Yeah. So, other than that, what is going on with you this week?
Well, as you can see,
today. Who was that? Oh, Raymond. Raymond, I saw you, Raymond. I saw your name in the members list. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Welcome to the Parapost. It's awesome. As you can tell from this week, I have procrastinated myself out of another video, and I don't know how I've done it. I had the whole of Friday to get it ready, and I was lazy and didn't get out of bed till 4 p.m. So this week's been slow, but I'm trying to sort it out. I'm doing this one. I've actually got it penciled in. I'm doing it Tuesday. No ifs, ands, or buts. There will be a video next week. But I have been using my time pretty well. I've worked on. I'm working on some a new t-shirt design that I'm actually working with someone who's so there's a person I work with, lazy legs. Yeah, there's someone I work with who is a young student, but she's an artist and she wants to get her work out there. So I'll be having an advert for her pages on my video this week. But she's also submitting a design for the t-shirt, which I'll be putting up on the store. And because she's young, she's rather young, still in school, I've said that, well, if we're going to do this at a reduced price on the shop, and I will make sure that the money that we make from the shirt will go to her future projects and help her do that. So she's excited to see it. She's told me the design today. It's going to be, the idea of it's really cool. So that we've been busy doing that, drawing out some designs in our free time. So cool. That's been my week. Yeah, that's been that.
So I think it's going to be a good joke for the next little while. Lex 2075. So maybe you should put on a shirt Lex 2075.
I'm gonna have to. If there's anyone in the chat who can draw really well, draw an old version of me with like paranormal kits. I'll whack it on a t-shirt and I'll send it
in a wheelchair. In a wheelchair.
In a wheelchair with a paranormal kit. I'll print it on a shirt and I will send it to you for free.
Yeah, put a K2 meter on your a really, really fancy K2 meter, because it's probably going to be really, really fancy by the time 2075 rolls around.
It'll be fun. I'll do that as a small competition. Whoever can, if you want to do it, design a little image of an old me, paranormal investigating in a wheelchair, and I will print it on a t-shirt and do a limited edition 2075 shirt for free. and I'll give it to you for free. I'll give it to everyone for free. I'll put it on the store as a free shirt for everybody to get. Competition.
That's great.
I didn't think that joke would even stick. I didn't realize people would still remember that. I forgot that I said it last week.
That's awesome. So why don't we bring on our guest?
Let's do it. Yep, let's do it. I'm excited.
Are you drinking Budweiser?
No.
Yeah, no. The last can you had up was white. Yeah, there you go. So Haunted Kentucky. I actually watched one of his lives the other night on TikTok. So if you're over on TikTok, look up Haunted Kentucky because he does lives. And for anybody that wants to follow Haunted Kentucky, in the description below are his links, so you can just go onto them and follow him wherever you want to follow him. And you can go over to his YouTube channel as well and follow him there. But other than that, I met this guy not too long ago. He is a member on Parapost. So he seems like a great guy, and I've talked to him a few times. So let's bring him up. Haunted Kentucky.
Let's do this.
There he is.
How y'all doing?
A little bit surprised there, right? Just
I heard you.
Yeah, you heard me. So I want to get this. I want to get this right. Is it Joanne or Oan? How do you pronounce your name? Johan. Okay, there you go. Cool. Or Haunted Kentucky, which most people that have like a brand name, it's not necessarily their name, like Hauntphobia. It's like everybody calls you Hauntphobia. And even though my name is BRYAN-JON, Lex Paranormal, they just say Lex because it's Lex Paranormal. There you go. So I really appreciate you coming on the show today. And it's finally great to put a face to Haunted Kentucky, because I saw your TikTok, but I just saw you were behind the screen. You weren't in front of the screen. So I didn't get to watch your whole one. I missed most of it, but that place looked really, really good. So obviously, me being in Canada, I don't get out to those places that I would love to see in the States. But so why don't we just get right into this? I would like to know, and you can tell everybody else as well, obviously, that what is your origin story? How did you get into the paranormal?
Last year, I usually drag race a lot, do car racing, stuff like that. And I was at a local car show, and it's kind of like a cruise in, you know. My best friend that I grew up with, we was at the show, and it was last September. I started doing YouTube last July, but it wasn't any, paranormal or anything like that. I was looking for some place to go. I didn't know, what angle I wanted to go in. And he said, well, there's a local church, it's not there anymore. The church burnt down in 2005. He said, I'll take you up there. It's called Soul's Chapel, and we'll check that out. I was like, okay, that's fine. Well, I grew up liking horror movies. I like haunted stuff. I've been watching the earlier Ghost Adventures, the earlier stuff.
Not
much anymore, but it's nothing against them. I like older.
No, we understand. No, I understand completely, because the earlier days, they were great, but then obviously as the years went on, they needed to keep the ratings up, and that's when all that other crap came involved. But go on.
So he took me out there. It was just me and him, and it was weird. Like, it was like the fog came in as soon as we come in there, and I guess it's been there since 1800s. Like most of the gravestones is 1800s, 1900s. There are some newer ones, but the main story there is the Reverend his name was James. I can't remember his last name. I have to look on my phone, but just trying to give you a little lay down of the place. Now the old churches, any old church you look at has two doors, so it had two steps going up on each side, and I walked around for a little while, took some videos, small videos. First time, I should have learned to be a paranormal investigator before I started doing videos and stuff, because I didn't know what I was doing. I'm just filming it, panning around, taking pictures. And that video is like my most watched video on YouTube, which is absolute. It sucks, you know. But we went there, took some pictures, got on. I found a haunted history of Kentucky, which the lady that runs that, her name's Tanya Kells. She's right here in Kentucky. Posted some stuff, you know, trying to get some feedback from people. You know, what's this? What's this? Me not knowing what nothing is. I'm seeing like, I thought it's orbs. I thought it was bugs. So you know, I learned. But after that, we started going back to Souls Chapel every time we got a new piece of equipment, and still to the day, I will go back up there. It's like our testing ground, you know. Every time I get something new, I go back there. It's about 45 minutes from me, and that's Somerset in Kentucky. It's Pulaski County. I don't know if anybody's seen Hellier or not. Have y'all seen Hellier, the show?
No.
It's a good watch. Their season 2 is from Somerset, and it covers much cult activity, stuff like that, and a lot of stuff around. So you could spend years just looking in Somerset. There's all kinds of locations, but
Yeah, I really appreciate your honesty. There's not too many times when somebody comes on the show and they say you didn't know what you were doing when you walked into it and you started it. Most people go, "Oh yeah, I did this and I did that and I knew everything I was doing." And because we all started somewhere, you know. And I really appreciate your honesty. That was good.
yeah, I'm learning every day. Met a lot of good people doing this, but then I guess I went full time with it January. I had COVID in January, kind of
Oh, I'm
slowed me down a
sorry.
little bit. And then after that, I got back into it. I'm trying to do one location every month in Kentucky at big places. Uh, we've been about everywhere in Kentucky other than Bobby Mackey's. I've not been there yet. I'm trying to do that probably next year.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
I'm gonna try to make a website on the downtime so people can find all my stuff. I do have like 5 different social medias, but it's hard for me to film, edit, do my investigations, do everything, and then upload it. You know, but it's
It takes
taking
time. You
it
know
does.
what? I feel you. It takes time, you know. And the video that when I put up on YouTube last week, it took me almost 40 hours.
Yeah,
40 hours to go through. It's not easy.
I don't edit a lot of my stuff. I just film my stuff, like if I'm doing investigations,
Yeah.
and I try to keep cussing out of it. You know, I try to keep it friendly for everybody. But I do get scared sometimes, and I will cuss. But that's, you know, it happens. Um,
I think it happens to everybody.
yeah, and anybody I take with me, I'm like, you know, I'm filming. I did start a TikTok about 3 months ago, and it's done very well. If nobody's doing TikTok, I do TikTok because it, you know, your engagement from them is really good. Uh, People send me gifts. I don't ask for anything. People just send me stuff, you know. But I'm not on there like some people get on there and like beg for stuff, and I'm like, you know, I'm
Yeah.
here to show you what I do. Um, Trying to show you places, and I'm going to start going to places I've done on YouTube to get more engagement from TikTok. So what I've been doing, taking my old stuff from YouTube and I upload it to TikTok, and I put where it's at, you know, and that's done pretty good.
Yeah, that's what I done. Like when I filmed in locations, what I'll do is I'll put it through the editing software and I'll just cut out little pieces, stuff that I've captured, put it on
Hmm.
TikTok. Yeah, it's done. TikTok's great. It's great exposure. And there's, let's be honest, there are a crap load of people on TikTok,
There
and
is.
there seems to be a lot more paranormal investigating channels on TikTok. They're really starting to pop up because they know the engagement's a lot better than, like, let's say, you know, all these other social media platforms and even YouTube for that matter. Because I put a video up on TikTok and it got almost 400,000 views.
Mm.
On YouTube, 38.
Literally 38. Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Now it was a short. Like
Right.
I don't think the shorts do as well on YouTube as they
No.
do on other platforms. So it was in the short reels on YouTube, but even still 38.
Hmm.
Like, but it got 400,000 on TikTok and it got 103,000 on Facebook Reels. And it
Yeah.
gets 38 on YouTube. It's just, you know, the
The only
struggle the struggle is big on YouTube, to be honest.
the only downfall of TikTok is anybody can get reported for anything, and we
Yeah.
got to sit there and appeal it. I went through that recently a couple of weeks ago, but I'm gonna bring up something. It not it happened at Waverly while I was there Thursday.
Hmm.
I got invited by 502 Paranormal Crew. Shannon Bowman's out of Louisville. I got invited by them guys. They're wonderful people. I've been to many places with them, and we're going to work on do some more places next year. Um, but while we was there at the end of the night, I don't know what happened. I don't know, who did it. But his got said it was suspended for like illegal or something. And we're just walking around. Yeah, we're just all together. Walking around doing. I don't think nobody. I don't think nobody cussed. Which I've seen people cuss on TikTok. I don't think that would cause it to do that. But when we got there, they told us that we couldn't go live. That if we went live, they would kick us out. I'm like, what the hell? Every place I go, I like to show people where I'm at, not just to get
Yeah.
views and all that stuff. I got viewers that can't watch. It's hard for me to go live on Facebook and go live on TikTok. So
Hmm.
normally I go introduce where I'm at on Facebook, and then I'll say I'm going to TikTok. Y'all want to jump over there and watch for a while because I usually stay live longer. And for some reason, his got banned, and I don't know.
I
We're
think
trying to go.
sometimes if you're and I've heard this and I don't know how true it is, but if you're walking by something and like if there's a name of a company or something like that that's on your video, that can get taken down because it's copyrighted. Does that make sense? So if
Right,
you walk by something and like if you show the name of Starbucks walking by, your video can actually be taken down because you don't have right to show that.
right.
So that could have been something along that lines, but you know what? Who knows? There's a lot of trolls on TikTok that will try to get your video taken down.
A lot of
It's just
people.
the way it is. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of
So
people jump on mine. I didn't have no moderators, like I didn't know I needed any, but recently a lot of people was like, hey, we'll help you, we'll do whatever you need. And when I was in Virginia about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I was in St. Albans Sanatorium, and I had 3,600 views in like maybe an hour. That was a lot
yeah,
for me. I'm not used to that. So I have 150 people in my chat. It was blowing up. I was like, oh shit. So I'm like, thanks for the follow, thanks for the like. My moderator is trying to answer your questions, and somebody's like, hold on, don't send these fake people gifts. They need to get
yeah,
out and work for a living. I'm like, did it would really piss this dude off. I showed him what I drive, but I work for
yeah,
everything I get.
yeah,
We pay money to go places. It ain't like these people are letting us in for free. A lot of this stuff's
yep,
expensive. Traveling,
yeah,
gas,
yeah, for sure.
hotels, all that stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot more expensive there than it is here. It's not as expensive. Anyways, you want to go ahead, Lex, with the next question?
Yeah, so I just wanted to jump on quickly with the TikTok trend. So the only issue I have with TikTok personally is there's it got brought up a while ago, a couple of days ago. I think I spoke about it on this show before, where TikTok is becoming another breeding ground of fakes, where you see them quite a lot. They all use the same kind of thing, where it's like a kid's head popping out from a corner,
Yeah,
something like that. So that's my issue with TikTok. I use it for trailers, but what I like about the engagement on TikTok is it's like it's almost like sneak peeks. Like instead of having that bit at the beginning of a YouTube video where you're showing what's happening in a video and then you do the video, which is not something I do a lot, but I see it quite a lot. It's actually quite good to put that little snippet onto TikTok to get people to want to come over. So I do use it for that sense. I can't go live on TikTok yet, so because I don't use it enough.
Yeah, yeah. It's actually good when once you go
But it does seem
once
so
you're
easy
yeah.
compared to YouTube.
What happened there? It froze. That was
what
weird.
happened?
It froze at my end for some reason. Anyways, go ahead, Lex. Yeah.
Yeah, so just wanted to say that. But other than that, I just want to bring it to this question. I just want to know. Obviously, you said you went live the other day,
Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday. So, can you
Mhm.
tell us a little bit about where you went and what you got there, and what's coming up next for yourself? What's the next plan?
Uh, Thursday, I went to Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky. It was built back in the late 1800s. It got turned into a geriatric ward in the 80s. But that whole time, it was a tuberculosis hospital. Um, we couldn't get the exact death toll there. Like a lot of numbers is being thrown out there, some like 60,000 plus. But we did get every room there. We went from the 5th floor down to the morgue. I went and there had 3 on one of my lives. They had 3 like I guess a cooler where they store the bodies. We all got in one of them. I'm like, I got to get in one of these. I seen it, so I crawled in the bottom. And normally I don't get touched places I go. I'm not experienced a lot of stuff like that. But my hair, like about right here, I guess, it's like somebody kind of tugged on my hair, and there was nobody in there. It's like a little thing. I was like, yeah, time to leave, get out. So I got out of there. Went to the death chute or the body chute. It's 537 feet. Goes down the mountain. It's where they had to hide all the deaths from the local people that was dying, and it was a great experience. We've seen a lot of shadow figures, like black shadow figures, around on the 5th floor. There's one hot spot where a nurse was pregnant at the time, and she hung herself right in front of the door. And I've not went through my evidence yet. It'll take me about a week probably to get all that stuff and put it out. But I don't know. I heard somebody talking, back in that room, and we had a lot of activity up there. The 4th floor is supposed to be a creeper. It's supposed to be somebody crawling on the walls and stuff. I didn't see that, but I did. A bat was chasing me up and down the hall, and I was
Jeez.
live at the same time. I'm like, listen, guys, if it happens, it happens, but I will pull an Ozzy Osbourne and I will eat this thing. So that's for you all. I couldn't catch it though. It hit from it. But it was weird because I went off by myself, and as soon as I did, a bat just chased me. I was like, crap. Um, it was a great place, wonderful place. If anybody's not been there, it's highly recommended. It's supposed to be the hauntedest place in the world. Activity is nonstop. Now my upcoming stuff, it's December right now. I've not got anything planned. What I'm working on right now is making my website, put all my stuff out, and then I want to start making a schedule for next year. I want to try to do a lot of events like Paracons, stuff like that. Try to get out there as much as I can, spread the name out. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff free to give out to people, like if they don't want to buy our stuff. Have our like QR code so they can scan it.
Mm.
Working on stuff like that. I'm not really having anything booked right now for my next place.
You're definitely on the path of wanting to make your name really big, and I can appreciate that. That's for sure. So when you're out on an investigation and you're reaching for your bag for a piece of equipment, what would be the one that you would reach to first, other than your camera?
Okay. My most favorite piece of equipment. I don't have none of my stuff with me. It's in my car. I should have brought
That's
it.
okay. Yeah, that's okay.
But it's a Vortex gear. It's Vortex Ghost gear. It's a static dome. It's about this big, and it's about $80. It's kind of cheap compared to other stuff, but it does natural EMF, so you can hold your phone over top of it and it won't set it off. And you can set it in a doorway or you can put it anywhere. And if a spirit gets around it, entity, anything like that, it'll light up. And if all of them light up, like it's got 6 lights, if all of them light up, it's like something's walking around it. And then usually if
Yeah.
something's standing there for amount of time, 2 lights will stay lit. Like I was traveling yesterday. No, wait, what is today? Sunday. We was coming back. Friday we went to Red River Gorge. It's right out like a place in Kentucky. And I went to the mushroom mines in Lawton. Uh, the other member I have is Randy. He's the one I told y'all about that took me to the first place I went to. He doesn't go with me much anymore because he works all the time. But me and him usually get out on our own to do spots. And we went to the mushroom mines in Kentucky. It's 2.2 million square feet of mines
Wow.
back in the hill. And there's been 3 bodies been found there in the past 10 or so years. And there's an altar in there. You can walk in. There's an altar. People do stuff there. I don't know what they do, but I don't get into all that stuff. But there's crosses upside down. There's crazy stuff in there. But we sat up there for a few minutes, and the vortex thing, it went off on the backside. Like somebody was standing there, and I said, please, will you back away from the piece of equipment? It took about a minute, and then it finally quit. That place is weird.
Yeah, that's really
Wow.
cool. I need
Yeah.
to look one of those things up.
Those are cool. I saw it. I was watching a Paraflix video the other day, and it was in the Paraflix video, and it was really cool. I think that's something that I'm definitely thinking about getting on down the road for sure. It's definitely an interesting piece of equipment, that is for sure.
Yeah, I used to like the REM pod, which I still love the REM pod. But we bought one of these a couple months ago, and I'm learning to use it. It's so much easier, to use. Just put your battery in it, set it up, and let it go. It's real neat.
Cool.
Lovely. Well, so I was gonna say in the short time you've really done this because it's not been a long time for you. Where's been your favorite place to investigate and why?
Um, I guess my most favorite place would be it's an old theater. It's in Cynthiana, Kentucky. It's called Raw's Opera House, and it's very reasonable to go there. It's only $50 to book it, and each additional person is $25. You can book it in advance. Show up at 10 o'clock at night. You don't have to leave till 12 noon the next day, so you have a lot of time. It's got a upstairs, downstairs, which is where they show the stage and people sit down, and then they have a basement. The basement, we've had stuff thrown at us like sound like taking a tin can and somebody throwing it at you, but there was nobody down there, and just a lot of activity, shadow figures. Um, I think something evil was in the basement because I normally for a spirit to do something like that to try to hurt you or try to make you, I don't know, but something kind of off there. And that's if anybody's watched The Walking Dead, the people that created The Walking Dead gave the money to the theater to keep them open, so they actually helped out the local community there. And behind the place is a mural of all the Walking Dead people. It's really neat.
That's
Cool.
cool.
That's very cool. So what? So again, like Lex said, you haven't been in this too long, but what has been one of your scariest moments or places to investigate?
Um, it's two different locations. My scariest moment would probably be when I was at Souls Chapel. Um, met a new member. He's on it by himself now. He does unearthing paranormal. He left and done his own thing. His name's Kelsey Brown, and he's been investigating for over 10 years. Wonderful guy. We met him at Souls Chapel one of the nights that me and Randy went out there. And it was weird because we was going to leave, and something was telling me to come back. I was like, well, we'll go back, set up for a little bit longer. And him and his girlfriend was still there, and we met him and been investigating. He was at Waverly with me. He comes with me all the time. We was setting up by a little tree, I think, and there was like a little off building off to the church. It's all tore down now. I didn't have it on film, and at the time I didn't have good cameras to pick it up. But I was turning around, and there's a fence all the way around the cemetery. And I turned around, and there was like I don't know, it was weird, but it was like a black shadow just walking. I seen it. I didn't
Wow.
knew what it was, but I seen it. I don't think it was nothing negative. I think it was like a watcher, somebody that it could have been the Reverend that died there that's buried in the corner. Um, I think that it's protecting the place and watching the place. I think it's something spiritual. It scared me. I was like, I'm ready to go. Um, Now my location, most scariest location I've ever been to, I would say is Randolph Infirmary in Winchester, Indiana. We went there. It's been about 4 or 5 months ago. Um, in the basement, it's supposed to be like a black mass crawling on the walls, like an octopus kind of thing. I didn't see that, but if you come back the hallway, there's a lady that actually hung herself in that little room, and there's a lot of activity there. I was walking back. I was looking over my evidence that I just filmed. I had an old, like the Nun, Conjuring Nun movie.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I bought the collector's edition. It's $50 in a box. And I seen it. I was like, I gotta have it. So everywhere I go now, I set it up and let people look at it. I had a lifelike one. Well, no, about 2-foot, little doll on a stand. I set it up in front of the camera. Camera wasn't moving. She wasn't moving when I left. Come back and I rewatched it and I'm like, what the hell? Either the camera, I don't see how the camera was moving because it's on a tripod, so it wasn't moving. Either the doll was moving, not a lot, but I mean, she was like this. I was like, wow, that's scary because nothing like that happened while we was down there. It's like it happened while we was away. I don't know. It was strange.
That sounds very strange.
Yeah.
Just want to quickly, I just saw a comment from, is it Raymond? If you've got something you want me and Brian to know, our email address for the show is in the description of the video. So by all means, email us and let us know what it is you want to say, because I don't think we're gonna have time to read it out on here today. Yeah, but I mean, using stuff like dolls and stuff there, Johan, is a really cool idea. It's one thing I want to do, but I'm very like. I'm glad you said the Conjuring nun as well, because she scares the shit out of me.
I've not yet watched the whole
and
thing, so don't worry.
I love the film. I love the series, but like, it's not. I don't know what it is. It's not like I'm scared of the movie. Like, I watch the movie quite a lot. It's just that creature, that vision of her terrifies me. People on the show would know. I've said it before. Like, I don't know what it is about the nun, but she scares the absolute bejeebus out of me. So having that as in doll form. It's a bit freaky.
It stays in my trunk, so don't worry. It don't go out there.
Imagine the joys of you ever having to get stop searched by the police and they lift that out of the trunk. Can you imagine?
I've been at some graveyards locally, and I'm like out there, and the constable rode up. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm hunting ghosts." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yep." So I actually knew who it was, so I kind of explained to him what I was doing. And it was a cool thing. He actually told me one of his ghost stories, which was kind of neat. So
cool.
Gave me his phone number. So anytime I'm around that area, I'll give him a call and say, hey, I'm at a local place. If anybody calls in, I'm out here doing stuff. Other than that, I've never been bothered by law enforcement. I got stopped once, but it was on my way back from Tennessee. And the guy said I was following him too close. And I got to drive a BMW. It's a newer one. It's all blacked out. My YouTube stuff's all over it, and if you didn't know who I was, I guess people think I'm famous or something. I don't know. I'm not, but I just try to, advertise. He stopped me. He's like, "Oh, what you been doing?" So I tell him where I was coming from, Brushy Mountain Penitentiary in Petros, Tennessee, and he actually used to be a guard there. He's like, "Oh, really?" So I'm sitting there talking to this guy for like 30 minutes. He was telling me his stories, and he's like, "Well, you was following me a little bit too close." I was like, "Well, I do apologize." He said, "Wait, you got a channel I can go watch your stuff at?" And he actually followed me on TikTok. I'm like, yeah. But I probably talked my way out of a ticket, I guess. But, it was kind of neat experience.
That's cool.
That's cool. But I think the fun thing about being a content creator, but also a paranormal investigator at the same time, is how easy it is to get the word out to people that you meet. I find it easier to get people that I meet in the street to click on my video than people on the recommended section on YouTube. Sometimes, like, I get a lot of people that watch my videos are people that I've met in person, and I see them, but I see their faces on their, people who don't have YouTube accounts, but they put their own profile picture up, and it's just their face. Like, there's a gormless picture. They've taken it while setting up the account, and I always see them pop up, and I'm like, "Oh, I saw you in the supermarket. That's cool." So I do that. I like that. It's quite fun.
That's cool. You want to ask your fun question now? This is the fun question.
So this question is not only fun for me today, it's also fun for Christina in the chat, because she also wanted to know this answer. So hopefully she's still in the room, so she gets the answer. But
I watched y'all last week. I didn't watch all of it, but I watched most of it.
Yeah, so obviously the fun question. If I gave you all the money in the world, where would you like to go and investigate with it? One place.
I'll probably be cheating because I know her answer, but I'm more of, me and her's talked about doing some stuff in the future, and she's got a bunch of locations coming up. I'm going to be going with her. I would actually like to have enough money to go, not just United States, but to travel all over the world. I like history. I like a lot of old stuff. If I'm not doing my paranormal stuff, I do urban exploration. For me, it's easier because I just say, hey, I'm at this place, older place. I don't have to set up any equipment, and I just just film. Um, but I would actually like to travel either to each country and do like a maybe like the haunted place in that country, and travel all over something like that, and do like a top 10, something like that would be neat.
That'd be really
Very
cool.
cool.
So
Yeah.
Blue Ghost Tunnel from Canada would be there. There'd be a
Hmm.
castle in England will be there.
Blue Ghost. I'm telling you, dude, if you went to Blue Ghost Tunnel, you'd be surprised. And just walking into this tunnel right away, you start hearing the voices. Like that video I put up last week. And I know we cut and stuff like that, and people think, oh well, maybe that happened like 20 minutes in. No, that literally happened 30 seconds when we walked into the tunnel. We got all those get outs, but it's just incredible. The last question I want to ask you, and
I went through old haunted tunnel yesterday, and I
yeah,
was trying to find it real fast. But when they built it, they had to clear the side of the tunnel out. And it's called Nada, Kentucky. It's NADA. It's right outside of Red River Gorge, and it's so small. Like it's weird because it's a brand new road, and you can reach out and touch the old rock wall. So I'm
yeah,
driving through this thing. I'm like, oh man, horror movies is like it falling in on you, killing everybody. So and you got to honk because people on the other side don't know you're coming.
oh
And
wow,
you would think that the place has been there for a long time. They'd have lights on each side or something to let somebody know. But first time going there, it was a great place, and we drove through that. It was nice. It was neat. But
cool,
somebody died.
cool.
A lot of the old railroad places we go to are abandoned tunnels. I found, and it's like almost all of them. When they set the dynamite up in, somebody has died there. That's kind of something that's weird.
Yeah, this tunnel I go to, there was 107 people died in the making of the tunnel. When the
Hmm.
tunnel opened, there
Yeah.
was because it was for the trains, and train crash happened, which killed 2 people. And then in the building of this tunnel, they had to move a canal. So when they moved the canal, they flooded a graveyard, and there were
Damn.
900 bodies still to this day that are still underneath, or in the water at the bottom of this canal. It's just crazy place. The last question I would like to ask you before we let you go, you've been in this business just a little over a year, around a year. What are your thoughts so far?
Well, you know,
And I don't mean just as going in places. I mean all around, like
the
other
whole shebang, the
investigators,
whole
like the
shebang.
whole shebang. And what are your thoughts
I
up to
love
this
it.
point?
I love meeting new people. I met a lot of good people. Zach Bales is out of Somerset. He writes books. He was at the Crypticon up in Lexington. He's helped me find a lot of locations. Um, Ronnie Hadley was with us does Tennessee Paranormal out of Tennessee. Met a lot of good people. I've got a list. I probably could name them all. We don't have time for that. I'm just trying to give an example.
Yeah.
Um, some people that I have worked with in the past um, that I will never work with again, and because some people think they know what they're doing, and they go for fame and they try to chase the light of the viewers and stuff. Um, just if you're getting into the business, or if you're getting into paranormal, or if you've never worked with other teams before, uh, try to watch their stuff. If they've not been a lot of places, give them a chance, but try to share that with other people because I'm not putting anybody down. I'll never do that, but there's some people that shouldn't be doing what
Mm.
they do now, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does. It does. Well, I really, really want to I really want to say thank you for coming on today's show,
You're
and
welcome.
it was great meeting you and
It's great
learning a
meeting you
lot
guys.
more about a lot more about you. And again, people that are in the room or just came in the room, the description's below. His link tree's down there. He's also on Parapost, and just go
My
give him a
Parapost
follow.
is I've never I love it. I post some stuff on there. I'm still not figured it out. Christina's going to help me with that. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, your logo's right up there and featured.
yeah,
So
I
I
seen
think
that. I
you
appreciate
know
that.
what, your logo really stands out.
Yeah.
It's really bright. So when it comes by, it's like, bam, it's right there.
Mhm.
And it's great. So
I changed
again, I
it.
appreciate that. And I appreciate your support when it comes to Parapost. But I'm going to
I
say
make some
my
new
goodbyes.
T-shirts, and we're definitely gonna put your logo on there. So
Yeah, for sure. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I want to say my goodbyes. Thank you for coming on today's show, and look forward to see what you're doing down the road and the future videos coming up. And of course, I'll watch you on
we'll all have
TikTok and
to
stuff like that. So,
get together someday and do a location together. That'd be
oh,
neat.
that would be amazing because Haunted Kentucky and being down there with Bad to the Bone and you and stuff like
Definitely
that,
gotta
that would
bring
be a
them.
fabulous investigation.
It's been
Lex?
fun. I appreciate it.
Is Lex still there?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Okay.
I just wanted to say thank you for coming on again as well. It's been a pleasure. But I also just want to wish you luck in the events you want to go to next year, as well as doing this investigations and videos. I hope you get to make it to as many as you want, and I hope you get that name out there, because I think people really are missing out on another good investigation here. So I just want to wish you the best of luck for that, and hopefully we'll have you on again down the road, and you'll have some more stories to tell us.
I appreciate you guys. It's nice meeting you all.
Have a good day.
See you.
Nope. What happened there? Something happened there. There we go. Something's going on weird today, man. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on today, but it's just all over the place. I hit the thing to hide on stream and it didn't go. There you go. So, but that was great. It was nice finally meeting Haunted Kentucky, because I've spoken to him a few times through Messenger and helping him out a little bit on Parapost, some of the things on Parapost, and I know Christina and Angelina are going to help him out. So, yeah, it was great. It was great learning about him.
Yeah, it was. Looking forward to seeing what he does next year. I know he wants to go to a lot of events, which will take time out of the investigations. But that's a really cool way, and he's got a big drive. And as you said about the logo as well, it's very eye catching, and you spot it all the time. So he's definitely got like a marketing head about him, and I think that's going to be a great help in getting his content out there. And I wish him the best for that.
Yeah. So when are you getting a video out?
Well, an investigation video.
Yes, for God's sakes.
I told you what the next one's going to be. I said I'm waiting.
Yeah, but you said that like 3 weeks ago.
No, I'm waiting for the schools to break up. So I've got the house investigation.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you already did that though. Did you do that?
No. So we planned. I've met with her. We've spoken about it, and I've done light testing in the house to see if it's worth doing. And she wants to wait until she's out of school because she's a teacher. But she wants to take her daughter away so I can come in and do it. But she can't do that if she's got to go to school every day. So we're waiting for the break in the holiday.
Yep.
And then I'll be there. So hopefully in the next 2 weeks. So it shouldn't be long.
Dude, it's been way too long for a video. Like, what the hell?
I know.
Like, are you just making everybody wait?
Yeah, because it's going to be banging.
Anyways, yeah. Well, I'll be the judge of that when it comes out. Of course, I like everybody's videos.
You'll be impressed, don't worry.
Videos, so, I even like the video of Angelina and Christina when she got the bucket challenge thing.
Oh yeah.
But no, that's great. But you know what, everybody, we have a great guest coming up next week, and I'm really looking forward to talking to him. There's something going on within his group that you're going to be interested to find out. And his name is Eldon. He's from Arizona Paranormal. And he's got some good things coming up. And I think a lot of people are going to be interested in seeing it or hearing about it. So I'm looking forward to having Eldon on the show. And honestly, he's just a great guy. He really is. He's a really good guy. And I met him about 2 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, and huge supporter of Parapost, huge supporter of the Hauntophobia brand, and I'm really looking forward to meeting him next week, and he will tell everybody what is going on if you haven't heard by now. So he's definitely on the show next week. Other than that, I want Lex to have a great week, and people, We do not say this enough. If you can go over to our YouTube channel and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, we would really appreciate that. And if you want to, you can even hit that bell.
You can't say that without sounding cheesy, can you? Like, it's not something I don't even enjoy doing it in my videos, but like, because it sounds like a beg. But we do appreciate every time that you do share this out for us. So please, if you haven't liked already, please do it. We want to get this show out there. We want people to be emailing us to want to come on this show, and the only way to do that is if we keep expanding our horizon forward. We are getting a few people email us, which is cool. So, but, you know, we'd like to see some other guests on here. Recommend us to people that you know. Get the word out. Through the Lens is the #1 paranormal talk show on YouTube. I don't know about Paraflix yet, but on YouTube, we're king of the game. And I think our Haunted Lives might have us beat on a paranormal talk show at the moment. But on a YouTube show, I think we're the best paranormal ones.
You know what? We really do the show for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to bring on those YouTubers that have smaller channels that are looking to grow. And that's why we do this. We do this for you. And we want to bring people on. We want to showcase you. We want people to know who you are other than what you are in your videos. And the only way to do that is to come up on our show and we can showcase you and hopefully help you grow. So other than that,
and make friends on the way.
Yes, exactly. And other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed today's show, and we will definitely see you next week. Okay. Have a great day.
See you next week, guys.